Welcome back to another episode, a bonus episode of the Rosette Podcast. Today we are doing our Champions League preview and prediction. We're going to be using a website called worldfootball.net, where we will be inputting each individual score, and it will give me a table, what the table will look like at the end. Obviously, I'm not expecting this to get this 100% right, but I am expecting to get the positions of everyone more or less right. Maybe not the scores, but the positions of everyone more or less right. So let's get straight into it. I mean, we can't really say much more about it. So we're gonna kick it off with Group A. So it's Salzburg versus. You know what? I'll get my keyboard on the table for this. So it's easier, so I don't keep looking over to that. Salzburg versus Lokomotiv Moscow. And now I'm not even gonna pretend to know to act like I know a lot about these two teams. Obviously, Salzburg did alright last season in the Champions League with with Haaland in their team. But they haven't got Haaland anymore. And Moscow, the Russian team. That's all I can say about them. So I think that is going to be a 2-1 win for Salzburg there. And then Bayern Munich versus Atletico. I think again that's going to be a 2-0 win for Bayern Munich. Next up, Lokomotiv Moscow versus Bayern Munich. I think it's going to be a I think Moscow are going to score against them. I think it's going to be a 1-4. I think it's Madrid versus Salzburg. I think it's going to be a 2-0. I'd say Lokomotiv Moscow versus Atletico. I'd say they're going to score again. They're going to score twice this time at home. And Atletico are only going to score twice, so that's going to be a draw. Salzburg versus Bayern Munich. The link is literally just right there, worldfootball.net. Just type in Champions League predictor, and you'll be able to find it. It's worldfootball.net. You'll be able to find it, my guy. This website's very good. I did it for the Premier League in the past as well. Salzburg versus Bayern Munich, I'd say it's going to be a closer game. Everyone's going to think it's going to be like 1-2. Atletico Madrid versus Lokomotiv Moscow. I think they're going to win this time 3-0. Bayern versus Salzburg. I think they're going to win again. It's going to be a 4-0. And then I think Lokomotiv Moscow versus Salzburg. I think that's going to be a 0-0. And then Atletico Madrid versus Bayern Munich. I think that's going to be a 1-0. Bayern Munich versus Lokomotiv Moscow. So it's going to be a 5-2. So that is because it's the last game. People usually go out all out for the last game. And then I'd say this is going to be a 2. Actually, no, I don't think they're going to concede 2. I think they're going to concede 1, and they're going to score 2. We calculate. So that is probably what I would have said for how I think this group will go. Obviously, like I said, I don't expect to be getting all the results right and all the goal difference and stuff, and all the points and stuff. But I definitely predict Bayern Munich first, Atletico Madrid second, Salzburg third, and Lokomotiv Moscow fourth. And by the way, so we will be reacting to this later on in the season when all the group stages have happened and confirmed who's finished where. We'll be reacting to this live on stream, and it will be going up on YouTube. So be sure to check out my Twitch channel so you can see that. Cool. So next up is Group B. Some would say one of the groups of death. It is a very hard group for Inter, Mönchengladbach, and Shakhtar. So I think Real Madrid are going to beat Shakhtar 2-1 there. I think Shakhtar are going to do better than a lot of people think. Do you know what? I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say 2-2. I'm going to say 2-2. I think then Inter versus Mönchengladbach. I think Inter are going to win 3-0. And Shakhtar versus Inter. I'd say it's going to be a 1-3. Mönchengladbach versus Real Madrid. It's going to be a 0-3. And the game Leeds versus Wolves has now finished. I did say I was going to be doing live updates to that. I'm going to change the title of my stream real quick as well. So we go Champions League preview and predictions. Champions League group stage. Group stage preview and predictions update. Yeah, mate. I said just type in Champions League predictor and it will come up on Google. Then next up, Shakhtar versus Mönchengladbach. I think that's going to be a 2-2. Real Madrid versus Inter. I think that's going to be a 3-1. I don't know actually. A 3-1. Mönchengladbach versus Shakhtar. I think Mönchengladbach are going to win that 2-1. Inter versus Real Madrid, I think that's going to be a 1-0. Oh, I don't know. 1-0, you know. I think it's going to be a 1-0. Guten Abend Ben. Oh, mate, I don't know what that says. I do not know what that says. Night. So, Guten, good night. Is that saying good night? No, they didn't say. Because night is knack, isn't it? Knack is night. Good. So I know Guten is good. Mein Deutsch first. So good. Guten Tag. Mate, I don't know. I do not know, my guy. I did not know what you were saying. Not gonna lie to you. I think that's gonna be a 0. This is the hard group to predict, you know. A 0-2. No, 0-12. 0-2. Mönchengladbach versus Inter. Means good evening. What has happened this evening? So, this we are right now streaming a bonus episode of the Rosa podcast, where we are doing our Champions League preview and predictions. We have finished the Rosa podcast episode 8 in less than an hour actually, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we are doing a bonus episode where we just talk through the Champions League and how we think everyone's going to do, and then do our predictions and how everyone's going to finish. Obviously, we don't expect to get all the scores right and all the goal difference and stuff, but I'm expecting to get all these positions right. Do you know what I mean? So, Mönchengladbach versus Inter. I think it's going to be a 2-2. A lot of 2-2s in this group. Inter versus Shakhtar. I think Inter are going to win 3-0 actually. Sorry. Real Madrid versus Mönchengladbach. I think it's going to be a 4-1. And we'll calculate that. And we have got Real Madrid sitting top on goal difference. Yeah, mate, I did see, mate, I've told you. Oh, I swear, CG, I'm going to kill you, mate. I'm going to kill you. He's going to let me put links in the chat. It is, there you go. I'll put it in the chat. Yes, I did see the goal though, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah, I did see Harley Dean's reaction. Yeah, I doubt I said no did, because he doesn't know who Harley Dean is. But yeah, so I think that's what's going to happen in, oh, that's a hard one though. Borussia Mönchengladbach going above Shakhtar. A lot of draws in that group. 1 win for Mönchengladbach, no wins for Shakhtar. But you know what? I think that's what's going to happen. I think Real Madrid, then Inter, then Mönchengladbach, then Shakhtar. I could definitely see Shakhtar finishing above Mönchengladbach though. So that is a very hard one for me there. And again, I could definitely see Inter finishing above Real Madrid. I don't think Real Madrid are the unit that they used to be, but they're still decent, obviously. They're not the unit that they used to be. But yeah, I'd say Real Madrid, then Inter, then Mönchengladbach, then Shakhtar. Next up is Group C, which is a very decent group. Again, another hard group to predict, but we'll definitely give it a go. So I think this is going to be a 3... Oh, I don't know, actually. I think it's going to be a 2-1. And Olympiacos versus Marseille is going to be a 0-0. I think Porto versus Olympiacos is going to be a 2-0. And Marseille versus Man City is going to be a 1-3. And Porto versus Marseille is going to be a... are you going to predict all groups? No, we're already in Group C. We're already in Group C, my guy. No, it won't take that long. We're already in Group C. It's only taken... I don't know how long it's taken. It hasn't taken long at all to get to Group C. Porto versus Olympiacos. Not Olympiacos. Marseille. I'd say it's going to be a 1... Oh, I don't know. Porto versus Marseille. I think Porto will score 3. I think Marseille will score 1. Man City versus Olympiacos, I'm going to say 4-1. Olympiacos versus Man City, I'd say it's going to be a 2-3. Marseille versus Porto, I'm going to say it's going to be a 0. I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-0. No, I'm going to say 2-0. 2-0, sorry, 2-0. 2-0. Porto versus Man City, I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-1. Marseille versus Olympiacos, I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-1. Man City versus Marseille, I'm going to say it's going to be a 4-1. And then Olympiacos versus Porto, I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-3. You know, I'm going to say it's 3-3. Let's go for it. And so, I'm pretty sure that's what I'd say as well. Again, I'm pretty sure that's what I'd say as the group would finish. Man City first with only 1 loss. I need to turn this off in the background, sorry. Yeah, so like I said, I don't expect to be getting all these results right. I expect to get a few of them right. I will be doing championship predictions on Twitter, so please look out for them. They might change. They probably will change. But this is I'm just going through them quickly just to get the table done. So yeah, we've got Man City first, Porto second, Marseille third, and Olympiacos fourth. I could definitely see that happening. I could definitely see these two swapping about, but I think Man City first and Porto second is locked in, not going to change. Okay, so next up is D. And also, I could definitely see Man City going a bit further this year. We'll have a go at Sweden's longest word. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Go on, give it to me. I'll have a go. Next up is another very hard group to predict. In Group D with Liverpool, Ajax, and Atalanta. So first up is Ajax vs Liverpool. A very, very good game straight away. I think Ajax is going to score twice. I think it's going to be 2-2. And Midtjylland are going to score 9. Atlanta are going to score 2. Then Atlanta are going to score 2. And Ajax are going to score 0. Liverpool are going to score 5. Midtjylland are going to score 1. Atlanta are going to score 2. Liverpool are going to score 4. Midtjylland are going to score 0. Ajax are going to score 1. 2, sorry. Ajax are going to score 3-0. I'm going to do 1-0 there actually then. Liverpool are going to score 5. Atlanta are going to score 2. Actually, I'm going to put 3 now. I'm going to put 5-3 there. Atlanta are going to score 4. Midtjylland is going to score 1. Liverpool are going to score... Oh, that's a hard one. 2-1, you know, I think. That's going to be 2-1. And then Ajax... 3. And then... 2... 5. Did I do 5-2 at home and 5-2 away? I did 5-1. That's a lot of goals for Liverpool in that. 23 goals in 6 games. I don't know about that actually. 23 goals in 6 games is a lot of goals. I just see a lot of goals in this group. I see a lot of goals in that group. So, ignore the predictions. Yeah, ignore the predictions. First off, I see a lot of goals in this group. I see Liverpool. I don't know. Will they go unbeaten? That's a hard one for me to say. I don't think they'll do as good as they have the previous seasons in the Champions League. Especially without Van Dijk. But I definitely think they'll finish first. And Atlanta finishing above Ajax. Do you know what? I think that will happen. I think Atlanta's still a decent team. And I think Ajax finishing above Midtjylland is dead on. I think Midtjylland to not get up a single point is kind of dead on as well. Maybe they'll get one draw somewhere. I'm not sure where. But yeah, I could definitely see that group ending like that. I definitely see a lot of goals. Maybe not that many goals, but a lot of goals. Liverpool conceding 11 in 6 games and scoring 23 in 6 games is pretty nuts. But you never know. So yeah, let's look at this then. So, however, Dijlma Kardol Kvashka Rogama Tarshka Gutar Dibordia Ortukam Nishkelo Suradem Bena Mega Smart Dis Fionster. What do you reckon that pronunciation was? I'm not doing it again. That's the only thing you're going to get from me. But yeah, so D was Liverpool, Atlanta, Ajax, and Midtjylland. Next up is Group E, where Chelsea are probably the easiest group in the whole tournament at the moment. With Stade Rennais, who did not know in the Champions League, Krasnodar again, and then Sevilla, who obviously aren't a bad team, but probably destined for another Europa League. Do you know what I mean? That's not just a bunch of crap I made up. I did a good job though. I did a good job of pronouncing the bunch of crap I made up, mate. Did a very good job, didn't I? So I think first off, Chelsea versus Sevilla. I think it's going to be a 2-2. I think that's what I put in my Super 6 predictions. I can't remember. But I could definitely see that being a 2-2. A few goals in that. Rennais versus Krasnodar. I could see that being a 1-1. Krasnodar versus Chelsea. I could see that being a 2... I don't know actually. I don't know. 2-2. I could see it being a 2-2, you know. I'm going to say 2-1. 2-0. I'm going to say 3-0, actually. I could see it being a lot of things. And say 3-0. Sevilla versus Stade Rennais. I'm going to see that being 3-1. Chelsea versus Stade Rennais. I can see that being a 3-1 as well. Sevilla versus Krasnodar. I could see that being a 4-0. Rennais versus Chelsea. I could see that being a 1-1. Krasnodar versus Sevilla. I could see that being a 1-2. Krasnodar versus Stade Rennais. I could see that being a 1-1. Sevilla versus Chelsea. I could see that being a 3-2. Chelsea versus Krasnodar. I could see that being a 3-0. And then Stade Rennais versus Sevilla. I could see that being a 0-1. Cool. Calculate that bad boy up. And Sevilla to finish top ahead of Chelsea. As much as Chelsea have probably got this group. Okay, well, let's give this a go then. So Senna just put a word in the chat. It says the longest Swedish word. So Kustartilleri flyg, spannings simulator, analogings, material. No, you get me to say something, can't you? You get me to say something nasty. Underhauls, uppfoldjingings, system discussion, inlags for Beredeles are beaten. There you go. There you go. Great pronunciation. Don't care if it's me saying that naughty stuff. But yeah, definitely could definitely see Chelsea finishing first. I think Rennais will definitely finish third ahead of Krasnodar. They may get a win, but I'm not too sure. But you know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Sevilla ahead of Chelsea, Rennais third. I could definitely see that happening. Next up is Group F. Now this is Dortmund, Bruges, Rome, Lazio, and Zenit. So another hard group to predict. You know, Zenit and Club Bruges. Don't know too much about them. And Roma versus Dortmund is quite an even matchup, I'd say, in my opinion. But so I think Zenit will score, and I think Bruges will too. I'm going to say 2-2 for that, actually. 2-2. I'm going to say 1-2 to Dortmund. And then Dortmund are going to beat them 3-0. Then Club Brugge are going to lose 1-0 to Lazio. Zenit versus Lazio, I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-1. And then Bruges versus Dortmund, I'm going to say it's going to be a 0-3. And then Dortmund versus Bruges, I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-1. Lazio versus Zenit, I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-0. Dortmund versus Lazio, I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-2. I think Dortmund are going to win almost every game in this group. Bruges versus Zenit, sorry, I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-1 to Club Bruges. And then I'm going to say actually 3-2 because it's going to be a bit more clutch in it. And then let's calculate that. So then it'd be all to play for between these two. I mean, Dortmund have won every single game. And I'm going to say they're going to score 2. Dortmund are going to score 2, actually. And I'm going to say they're going to score none. And Club Brugge are going to win 1-0 to just about fucking get it over the line and qualify. For Europa League, well, just about get it over the line and qualify for Europa League, that's what I'm going to say. Makes more sense in Swedish. Coastal artillery fight, I don't know what the word is. Reconnaissance. Simulator plant, equipment, maintenance, follow-up, system, discussion, post-preparation, work. Fuck me. That is a long word. Why is that one word? That's crazy. But yeah, so that's how I think it's going to end in Group F. Like I said, I don't think the goals and the games and stuff are going to be dead on, but I do think the Dortmund are going to finish first, Lazio for second, Club Brugge third, and Zenit fourth. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. And if I get all of them right, then I think someone should pay me some money. Do you know what I mean? I do see Dortmund doing well this year with the team they've got, with the players they've got in attack. Do see them going quite far in the Champions League this season. Next up is an easy group for Barcelona and Juventus. You know it already. So don't know, Kiev versus Juventus. I think that's going to be a 0-3. I think Barcelona are then going to win 5-0. This team are going to score a goal, the first of the Champions League. Well, the first Champions League goal in a while, but Kiev are going to win 2-1. Juventus versus Barcelona, Real Madrid versus Messi. Beautiful game. I think I think Juventus are going to win, you know. I think Juventus are going to win 2-1. 3-1 actually, I think they're going to win 3-1. Then Barcelona versus Kiev, I think they're going to win 4-1. And then this team are going to not score, and they're going to win, and they're going to score twice. Kiev versus Barcelona, I'd say that's 0-3. Juventus are going to score 7. I'm going to say 7-0 against Fiorentina TC. And then Juventus are going to win 3-1 over Dynamo Kiev. And this team are going to score against Barcelona and celebrate crazily, but then end up losing 3-1. And then Kiev are going to beat them on the last day 4-3. And then Barca versus Juventus. You know what, I'm going to say 3-3 for that actually. 3-3 for that. Is it their first points? Is that their only point in the Champions League? Yeah. And Barcelona are going to... I think this game is going to be a 3-1. No, 3. I don't know actually. I think I could see that being a 1-1, a 2-2, a 2-2 with both with Messi and Ronaldo both scoring all goals. And calculate, and we get that. So I think, you know what? I think Juventus are going to finish top of that group with Barcelona in second, and then Kiev in third. I think that makes sense. I would have said that before as well. Like I said, the goals and stuff and the results don't hold me accountable for them. Like I said, it's just how I think it's going to go. I think Barcelona will win, and I don't know about how much. You know what I mean? So I'd say definitely them two in the top two, and I think almost 100% Juventus, and then Barcelona. I've got PSG to come, have I? PSG's in the last group. Yes, PSG's in the last group. Wait, you know what? You know what? That is the group of death. Man U, PSG, and RB Leipzig. That is hard. I don't know how it's going to go. But yeah, that's how I think Group G is going to go. And last but not least is Group H, like I just said, is the group of death, I think, actually. Istanbul, I mean, they're just bottom already. But these three here could be in any order. And I'm excited to see how it's going to go, because obviously I don't keep track of how it's going in my head. Accidentally overpushed in it and made them come second and let's see a third. Jesus. You never know, though. You never know. There could be some upsets. Okay, so first game, Leipzig versus Istanbul. I think that's going to be a 3-0. Do you know what? 2-0. 2-0 win for them. I think PSG are going to beat Man U 2-1. And I think 0-4. And then I think 3-2. And then I think 0. They can't not score a goal at all, can they? They can't not score a goal. I think they're going to score against Man U, if anyone. I think they're going to make them go close, actually. 2-3. 2-4, actually. 2-4. And I think Leipzig versus PSG, what a game. I think Leipzig will score twice, and I think PSG will score twice as well. The Man U versus Istanbul, I think they're going to win 4-1. PSG versus Leipzig, I think they're going to win 3-1. And then Istanbul versus Leipzig 0-1. And then Man U versus PSG, I think that's going to be a cheeky Man U PSG. Man U PSG. That is going to be a 1-3 to PSG. PSG versus Istanbul, it's going to be a 5-0 on the final day. And then Leipzig versus Man U, to see who comes second and third, I'm pretty sure. That is going to be a 2-3 to Man U. I think they're going to put it out the bag and finish in third. Well, do you know what? It didn't matter anyway, I don't think. It didn't matter anyway. So that's what I think is going to happen in Group H. Now with this one, actually, I could definitely see Man U finishing third and Leipzig finishing second. I think PSG are going to finish first. I have them in this finishing unbeaten, actually. So I'm not sure if they finish unbeaten. But definitely could. In a lot of predictions, you've seen a lot of goals as well. And again, I could see PSG going quite far. I could see Man U not going that far if they go through. And if Leipzig get through, I think they'll go out quite early as well. But Werner obviously is a massive loss for Leipzig, but they're still doing well. I think they're top of the league actually in the Bundesliga. So yeah, those are my predictions for the Champions League. I'll go back through them and show you. So in Group A, we had Bayern Munich first, Atletico Madrid second, RB Salzburg third, and Lokomotiv Moscow fourth. In Group B, we had Real Madrid first, Inter Milan second, Borussia Mönchengladbach third, and Shakhtar Donetsk fourth. In C, we had Man City first, Porto second, Marseille third, and Olympiacos fourth. In Group D, we had Liverpool first, Atlanta second, Ajax third, and Midtjylland fourth. Next we had Group E. We had Sevilla first, Chelsea second, Stade Rennais third, and FK Krasnodar fourth. Group F, we had Borussia Dortmund first, Lazio second, Bruges third, and Zenit St. Petersburg fourth. Group G, we had Juventus first, Barcelona second, Kiev third, and Ferencvárosi TC fourth. And last but not least, in Group H, we had PSG first, Man U second, and RB Leipzig third, with Istanbul Başakşehir finishing fourth with 0 points. And I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to say they're going to have 0 points. And you know what? Say hello to Ben, who's reacting to this right now. After the Champions League group stages, I hope I got all of them dead on correct, every single score. And if I did, everyone who's in the stream watching this right now, not right now, in the stream watching me react to this, has to donate £1 billion each if I get all of these correct. Yeah, deal, cool. But yeah, so say it like Midtjylland. Is that how you say it? Is it Midtjylland? Midtjylland. Ah, okay, Midtjylland. Ah, I like that. Thank you very much for that. That is the benefits of having someone who knows that stuff in the stream. Midtjylland. It definitely is a lot of Midtjylland though. Midtjylland, yeah. Midtjylland. Okay, I'll say that from now on. I do like saying Midtjylland though. I'll probably forget it and say Midtjylland. I mean Midtjylland again, but Midtjylland is how you say it. But yeah, so that is going to be the end of this episode today, and I think the end of the stream actually, because it is getting quite late. I need to upload some videos, create some thumbnails, and all that good stuff. So unfortunately, no Among Us today, or no other stuff today. But it's been quite a long stream today, along with either one. So putting together being a decent length stream today. I will be live tomorrow with some career mode, and just career mode only. Maybe some Among Us actually, so be sure to check out tomorrow. And yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, come over, check out my Twitch. I do this live along with the Rose Podcast, along with a lot of other stuff, FIFA, COD, all that good stuff. And if you're watching on Twitch, go check out my YouTube. I know you two already know about my YouTube, so thank you for being around. Big shout out to you two, CG and Said No. And yeah, see you next time in a bit.